All right, today we are diving into a really powerful idea, spiritual activation. And what's so cool about it is that it's not about adding something new to yourself, but, well, about waking up the incredible potential that's already sleeping inside you. So, let's get into it.
This quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures what we're talking about. This journey isn't about stuffing your head with more facts. It's about a true transformation, a real, fundamental shift in who you are, letting you become more of your authentic self.
Just let that sink in for a second. We spend so much of our lives trying to add more stuff, more skills, more knowledge, more letters after our name. But what if the real work, the real magic, is about awakening what's already there? What if the absolute best version of you is just waiting for the right key to unlock the door? That's the powerful idea we're digging into today.
So, okay, if this incredible power is already inside all of us, how in the world do we access it? Believe it or not, this is not a new question. The idea of activation has these deep, deep roots that stretch back through centuries, often hidden away in ancient mystery schools and forgotten wisdom traditions.
This timeline shows this amazing thread of wisdom just woven through history. I mean, think about it. You had the ancient Egyptians using these incredibly precise rituals with sound and sacred geometry, all to align the soul with cosmic forces. Then you have the Greeks and their famous Eleusinian mysteries, which promised people a direct, life-changing vision of the divine. Fast forward a bit, and you've got alchemists talking about turning the lead of our everyday mind into spiritual gold. See the pattern? Each one of these is a kind of activation, a direct ancestor to the modern structured tools brought forward by people like Gudni Gudnason.
Okay, so we see the history, which is super cool, but what does spiritual activation actually mean, in practice? Let's break down the core concept.
At its heart, it's a very deliberate, energetic process, and it really has three main goals. First, it's about unlocking skills and talents you literally didn't even know you had. Second, it's about clearing out all the energetic junk, the old patterns and blockages that just weigh you down. And finally, it aligns your inner compass so it's pointing directly to your true north, your life's purpose.
And this, right here, this insight is absolutely crucial. You're not trying to become someone else, it's more like you're just clearing away the dust, the fear, the conditioning that's been hiding the brilliant light of who you already are. That potential is there right now. Activation is just the act of flipping the switch.
So that's the big question, right? How do we take all this ancient, profound wisdom and actually make it work in our modern world? Well, a key figure here is Gudni Gudnason. He's really dedicated his work to taking these ancient concepts and creating a structured, accessible system of tools for all of us today.
So here are a few of the core tools in his system. Think of the life activation as like the foundational step. It's like turning on all the lights in a house so you can finally see your unique gifts more clearly. The full spirit activation, that's about taking that spiritual awareness and really grounding it in your day-to-day physical life. So you're not just, spiritual when you're meditating. The tree of life activation is even deeper. It aligns your personal energy field with what the source calls the universal blueprint of creation itself. And finally, rites of passage are these powerful ceremonies that mark and really lock in those significant moments of growth on your path.
So what makes this approach so unique? Well, first off, standardized protocols. This is a huge deal because it makes sure the process is safe and consistent, no matter which certified guide you see. Second, a clear lineage, meaning this wisdom isn't just something someone made up, it's authentically traced back through generations of teachers. It's also designed for modern integration, which means you don't have to go live in a monastery. These tools are built for people with jobs, families, and busy lives. And the ultimate goal? It's self-mastery. It's not about making you dependent on a guide. It's about handing you the keys to your own inner kingdom.
But here's a really important point. This isn't a DIY project you can just learn from a quick online video. The role of a certified guide and the ancient lineage they represent is considered absolutely essential to this whole process. Yeah, this whole idea of an unbroken lineage is key. The power and the integrity of the work are passed down directly from teacher to student. You can almost imagine it like a master craftsman's apprenticeship. Each guide goes through this rigorous training to become a safe and effective channel for these energies. It ensures the transmission is pure, just as it was always intended to be.
Okay, this is all fascinating stuff, but let's get down to brass tacks. The crucial question is, what does this actually do? How does it show up in your day-to-day life? Let's talk about the practical results.
The benefits that people report are, well, they're both profound and incredibly practical.
Internally, people talk about this newfound clarity and purpose, almost as if their inner compass suddenly starts working perfectly. And that often comes with this huge surge of energy and creativity. Externally, that inner shift starts to affect everything else. Relationships get better because you're just operating from a more authentic, centered place. And a lot of people find that daily stress just doesn't have the same power over them anymore.
I mean, this story right here perfectly illustrates that practical magic. Notice the entrepreneur didn't go out and change their business plan. No, they changed their own internal operating system through activation. And as a direct result, their entire external world, their decisions, their team dynamics, their stress levels, it all transformed. That's the power of working from the inside out.
Now, it's really, really important to understand this distinction. Spiritual activation is an incredibly powerful catalyst. It opens doors for you. It clears the path. But, and this is a big but, it is not a magic pill. It doesn't mean you get to stop taking personal responsibility. You still have to be the one to choose to walk through those open doors and do the work to integrate these amazing changes into your life.
So, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds pretty amazing, but what can I do right now? Well, the source material offers a really simple but powerful exercise you can do to start engaging with this energy yourself. Let's walk through your first step.
This simple 3-step process is called the Dragon Trials. First step, reflect. Just find a quiet moment. Ask yourself, honestly, what potential, what talent, what part of me feels like it's just waiting to be awakened? And then just listen for the answer. Second step, feel. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your solar plexus, right below your ribs. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Your only job is to feel the subtle energy and the connection between these 2 points. And third, intend. Based on what you reflected on, write down a clear, simple intention. Something like, I am ready to activate my courage, or I intend to awaken my creative voice. Then say it out loud. This simple act really does set the whole process in motion. And really, that's what this all boils down to. It brings us to this one final powerful question. The potential, the purpose, the joy, the clarity, it's all there. It's like an entire kingdom inside of you, just waiting. So the only question left is, what will you choose to activate first?